Hey everyone, so today I'm going to show you how to make a parabol and this cone shape, sort of a paraboloid, in AutoCAD 2015. So now that you've seen my example, I'm going to erase everything so we can start from the beginning. First off, I will make a circle and make sure it's a 2-point circle. Start from the very center of the grid and give it a 1 meter diameter, like that. Set up our first node, point there. Oh, and for those who do not have this preset done, go to PD mode and input a 35 value. Now let us set up our layers. First layer is for points. Give it a red color. Second layer will be curve for our paraboloid. Give it a magenta color. And last but not least, give this layer tangent. The name tangent. Got that one wrong. Tangent. Good. And give it a same color. Let's activate the points layer and let's add in one more node. Oops, that's not it. Point. Place it in the very center of the circle. Let's go back to our layer 0 and make 2 X lines, one up, one vertical and one horizontal. And let's make an offset of this vertical X line. Give it a 1.5 distance. Like that. And now let's use this white node, or as I call it, the focus point, to generate 3 more circles from the very center. The first one will have a 1.5 radius. The second circle will have a 3 meter radius, and the last circle will have a 4.5 meter radius. Regenerate the scene so our nodes will be bigger, and generate a new node. Place it in the intersection. Oh, need to put this in the points layer. Okay, and place your node in the intersection between the small circle and the nearest X line, and use this same idea for the other ones. I'm just going to copy so it'll be a bit faster and create this sort of pattern. Okay, now select all of your points and mirror them with the horizontal X line, just like that. Now go into your curve layer and let's make a spline, which will be our parabol. And start with the top point and keep going down by the red nodes. Down, 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 and down. Enter. And that's how you make a parabol. Now let's make a tangent with the top point up here. So what you can do here is, by starting at your focus point with a small line, connect it with your top line, and then make a straight line, a straight horizontal line to your left, like that. Next up, select a circle and place it about here. The radius does not need to be a specific dimension. And now let's select these lines and trim the outer part of our circle. Select another line, and now yes, this will be our tangent. We need to place it at the very center of our new curve. Now select it again. Let's move it about here and like that, and now just slide it down. Make sure it's aligned with the point you just left from, like that. You will notice that this tangent will align with your most outer circle. That's how you know you're doing a good job. Now let's get rid of all these X lines and outer circles. We won't need them anymore. Much better. And also get rid of these auxiliary lines, like that. Let's make an offset of this one. How can you make an offset, or better yet, a copy of a parabol in a straight line without requiring ortho mode? You'll use this symbol here and then 10, 10, and it will assume the X line position. If you want to go further, just use something like 20, 0, just like that. Now let's use this one here to create a to create just a one line thick cone. Let's first off trim the lower part of our parabol. And now let's just make a rev-surf. Before we make the rev-surf, we need to check if our vertices and our edges have a good number to make an accurate cone. So go into surf tab 1 and make sure you have a value of about 17 and then press enter. Then go to the surf tab 2 and make sure you also have a value of about 17. Good. And now we can do our rev-surf. Select your object, then select your axis. You need to make a separate line because for some reason I cannot use the X line as an axis. Let's see, rev-surf once again. Select your parabol, select your new axis, your point of reference, and now just click enter because we already have our 360 degrees selected. I put this on the wrong layer. Put it back on curve. Looking good. Back to curve layer. And that's how you make a simplified cone. Now let's make one that has some sort of thickness. Let's select this one here. Make an offset. I'm going to make an offset of about 0.1. That looks good. It's about 1. It's about 1. Okay, it looks good. 1 decimeter. Yeah, 1 decimeter exactly. Now let's select our X line. Make an offset of that as well. And let's make an offset of about 1 centimeter. Okay. Now let's trim all of this. Let me just get rid of this line. There are many ways to trim this. I'm just going to select everything. And now first off, I will trim the lower part, the lower half of our two parabols. Get rid of the outer parts of this X line, and then get rid of the outer parts of this of our remaining half of the two parabols. And now, in order to completely join and close this X line or this line with these two parabols, all you need to do is select all three, make join. Now they are joined, and now they are also all parabols. Let's make the same up here, but instead of using a line, I will use a spline or SP line. Close it there, press enter, and now just select everything again and join. And now we have a closed parabol-like shape. Now, how to make that almost perfect cone without edges? We select our object, we select revolve, we go into our axis, Just give it, yeah, about here should be about enough. And now that we've made an axis, we can just turn this around. I'm going to give it a, oh yeah, just enter because it will already be 360 degrees. Put into a conceptual view, and now you can see it in 3D. Here we have two fully finished paraboloids or cones, whatever you want to call them. And also here our first parabol. Just going to put this into perspective mode, which I believe looks a lot more realistic. Well, and that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching.